Now, it's an ancient profession, where are we going with this, that's vital for Australia's economic survival. Marine pilots are responsible for the safe movement of cargo and cruise ships in and out of the country's harbours.
Rachel Hayter took to the seas to learn more.
This is Sydney's Port Botany, Australia's largest container port. Captain Philip Holliday is in charge of this port and Sydney Harbour.
Every time I go out, I can't help but take photographs. I can't help but be amazed by the beauty of the place.
We're on our way to collect a pilot who's just manoeuvred Wide Charlie, a 255-metre container ship out of a Port Botany dock.
It's going to be a challenging trip. The weather's not the greatest today.
Pilotage is an old occupation dating back to ancient Greece, but it hasn't always been the professional operation it is today.
They would race out to the ship and sell their services to bring the ship in. We've moved on quite a long way from that, but the concept is the same.
We're in for a rock and roll ride out of Sydney Heads. Southeasterly winds of up to 30 knots mean seas are breaking at nearly 6 metres. But rain, hail or shine, midday or midnight, pilot transfers must go on.
This is the first time I've worn wet weather pants in a year, so yeah, it's going to be pretty wild out there.
The Port of Botany and Sydney Harbour completed 4,357 pilot transfers last year. That's an average of 12 per day.
This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Something like 96-97% of all the goods that we import into Australia come by sea. Everyone talks about the mining boom. Well, all of that cargo has to be exported, and so it's exported through ports via ships.
And it's not just cargo ships that need pilots. More Australians are taking cruise holidays than ever before. It's the country's fastest growing tourism sector. Every cruise ship visiting Sydney Harbour is met by a local pilot. With knowledge of tides, currents, depths and hazards, the pilot takes control of the ship and guides it safely to dock.
In Sydney, the particular challenge that we have is bringing the larger vessels safely in and out in a very busy harbour.
Back out of Port Botany, and Port Officer Chris Luce is checking the ladder to make sure it's safe for the pilot to disembark.
This ship was booked for 7 o'clock this morning, but because it's a deep draft vessel, it's leaving now on the high tide, and there's enough water now to just scrape through.
Here comes Captain Jonathan Drummond. He's set the Wide Charlie on its way up to Brisbane. The 70,000-tonne ship carries nearly 5,500 containers.
Bonnie pilot vessel, Sydney VTS, pilot is marked Wide Charlie. Thank you.
Once we got outside, there was quite a big swell running, but with some patience and good positioning from the ship's captain and also some good driving from the pilot boat guys, we managed to get off safely, so that was good.
Another cargo ship safely on its way thanks to the vital work of a marine pilot.
The best thing about being a pilot for me is just being able to complete every job. I managed to get the ships in or out safely and get off, and it's a very big satisfaction for me to be able to do that in one piece and know that the ship got to where it's going safely.
Rachel Hayter, ABC News, Port Botany.
What a cracker of a story. That's fantastic, because that profession all around the world is such an important one. Every single harbour has its own set of pilots. Exactly.
So particular to the location.
And what a way you have to get in and out of your office every morning.
Every morning.
Via a damn rope ladder. In the middle of the night sometimes.
No heels.
No heels at all.